Hey guys and welcome, this is IIzTrollin, and we're here with some Rimworld. It's been a long time since I've done any recordings, and we're about to start some more. So a new expansion came out about a month ago or so for it, been playing a little bit. However, we're going to go for a mod it run. I'm going to take a look over here, go over everything that we're going to be doing today, get everything set up, and then the next episode is when we'll be starting. So we're going to go over our mods right now, and I'll post a description of all of them, the config file for it, down in the description of the video. So of course we got to start out with Harmony, Decor, Royalty, and Ideology as the three main things that are vanilla to Rimworld now. You get Hugslib. You need Harmony and Hugslib in order to do any mods. Following any of that up, we're going to do Vanilla Expand It pretty much throughout the entire mod list. So we got textures and expand it, and then I just threw in some regrowth, the regrowth mod. What that does, it gives us different terrains. As you can see here, you got like a cold bog, temperate forest expansion, desert, tundra. And then I threw in world beautification because nicer looking world is always nice. We also got some wastelands, mutated animals, extinct animals, boreal forest, and aspen forest on that regrowth. Coming up next, we got pick up and haul. What this does is it makes pawns. Whenever they're out doing a task, and they go back to the base, they don't carry anything. They're not optimizing their time the most efficiently. This helps with that, as it'll automatically have colonists gather stuff to bring it to the stockpile. It does get a little wonky sometimes with the AI of where it picks stuff up and then moves it, but it's totally worth it. I have rim fridge in here as well. That just gives us a freezer basically, so we don't have to build a giant freezer for all our food. We can throw a freezer next to our dining area. We got vanilla expanded framework. Smarter construction just makes it so your pawns can't get stuck inside while building. Dubs minimap gives you a minimap. Says it right there in the title. Doormat. You place a doormat down and then it stops dirt from getting in, so you have less cleaning to do. Very useful. Most of the mods here are going to be quality life as well. Vanilla Expanded adds more stuff, and that's about it. Vanilla Expanded Power gives more power generation options, like an RTG of nuclear reactor and stuff like that. Vanilla Plants, more plants. Ice Sheep, probably won't be seeing any of these. Most of these animals we won't be seeing just because we're not going to be in the territory, but it's nice to have them in there because travelers can come by and sell them to you. I think Stabilize might be in the base game now, but this gives you an if it's not, I'm not sure. I'm sure honestly. This gives you an option to stabilize pawns, um, enemy pawns, your pawns, crash landed pawns, stabilize them without putting a bed rest down. Just more convenience. Australia animals. Smart speed gives you better control over your speed throughout the game. Auto cut blight cuts blight whenever you get them automatically. Damage indicators just pops up a little number next to your pawn on how much damage they took, so it's a little easier to understand how much damage you're taking and receiving. We got tropical swamp for animals. Spacer, just furniture, high-tech furniture. Expanded cooking gives you more options for cooking. You can do stews and stuff like that. Good for early game, really good for early game. Tropical rainforest, more animals. More weapons through vanilla weapon expanded gives you a better range of weapons as well. So it's not just go your heavy SMG, your charge lands, and that's it. Quick draw, getting more weapons. Traits gives you some really interesting traits. On one of my playthroughs, I have a colonist that's lush, so no matter what, his alcohol addiction will never go away. Just adds more flavor to the game, basically. Lasers, more weapons. Social interactions gives you different stuff like venting to customers, friends, best friends, teaching, stuff like that. Medieval Expanded gives you more medieval stuff in there, along with an AI or a storyteller that we won't be using. We're going to be using Randy Random, but we'll get there. Vanilla Brewing Expanded changes how brewing works. I mean, this is kind of meh to me, but I like having all the vanilla expanded in there. More animals. The stews is the one I was talking about. We'll get into that once we get into the game. More grenade options. You gotta, instead of just having your grenades, you gotta make grenades and put them on a belt to be able to throw them. They're not unlimited. Non-lethal is pretty fun. One of my playthroughs, we were actually doing multiplayer. I had this dart gun here. It's kind of overpowered though. Until enemies start getting armor. Once they have armor, it is useless. Basically, we'll get there if we ever get the gun. More heavy weapons, more fun. More animals. This gives you accessories, so backpacks, medicals, pouch so you can heal better, toolkit to build better, etc. More gun. The Gauss rifle there is very dangerous. It can shoot through walls, and yeah, I've killed multiple pawns with it on my single player. Sushi! Coffee. I have not used these makeshift weapons, so I don't know much on them, but we might have to use them this time. Frontier, just more weapons. More weapons. Ideologies and relics gives you more stuff you can choose from through your ideology, which we'll be going over in a little bit. More hats. More icons. Security gives you different defenses like catapults, ballistas, some early game defenses instead of just going straight to turrets. Medical. Sterile walls. Pretty much it. Color your room. Core expand. I'm surprised it's allowing it to be that low, honestly. More armors, more production, kitchen sink cabinet, tailor cabinet, etc. It gives you different options instead of just tool cabinet. Farming, more farming options. More apparel, more animals. Vanilla expanded events is pretty cool. In my one of my modded runs right now, I have a global warming event going on, and I'm in a tropical rainforest. It's like 120 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty consistently there. I changes worlds, ice sheets are like melting and stuff like that. Really cool. More animals, more animals, more animals, more animals, more animals. Cleaning area makes it so your pawns don't clean just your home area, they clean the area you specifically want. Very nice. Path avoidance is you basically, if you have somewhere you don't want your pawns to go, you can set the path avoidance and they won't go in that path. Or if you have somewhere that you want them to go specifically, for example, if you don't want them to go through your fields, you can set that around there. Or if there's a mech cluster, you can set that instead of doing it by zones. Dubs maps gives just more precise control over stuff. Realistic rooms just shrinks the size of bedrooms to a reasonable size. Heat map just QOL, so you can click on a button and see the temp of rooms. Oh, I forgot to remove that one. We're going Rim Hub gives a new UI, so you can click on your pawn and see a lot more stuff just by clicking on it. Interaction bubbles, just fun stuff. You can see colonists talking. Blueprints, build building, copy it, paste it. Simple. Zoom in and out. Larger stacks, because 75 food on one stack, not enough. Labels on floors, just more convenient stuff. Bulk stone cutting, so you can do 3 at a time instead of just 1 at a time. Shadow load is very interesting. It makes it where more than one pawn can bring stuff to a blueprint for you. So you don't have to have only one pawn bringing stuff. You can have multiple. Oh, did I have 2 of the heat maps in there? Oop, yeah, my bad. GM color, coded bar, so you can just look up at your colonists and see what kind of mood they are pretty fast. Level up, just plays the animation and sound whenever they level up. Research palette gives you a better research tree and allows queuing. Rocket Man increases performance. Dub Performance Analyzer allows you to see your stuff. Map reroll, so we can get a pretty decent map. Lights out, so whenever pawns leave rooms, they'll flick switches, and allows workstations to go into idle mode, so you don't have to flick them off. Convenience. EBD prepare carefully, so you can put the pawns exactly how you want. This is how we're going to modify our run. Quality bionics, the best surgeon will build the best. Put the best bionic in. Keep motors ready. Pretty much what it says. And the main mod that this run is going to be about is Zombieland. Yes, that's it. We are going to be playing with zombies. And our goal for this run, we're going to try and do one of the endings. I don't know how well that's going to work out, because this is brutal. This is brutal. I'll be back real fast, because I got to do a reload since I took out some of the mods. BRB. Alright, I got it reloaded and everything, and we're going to continue on with this. So, the first thing we're going to do is click on New Colony. I already have a scenario set up here, so what I did is I took Lost Tribes, went to the scenario editor, and made it basically where we are tribal start with one person. But we're going to do 2 people. This is if you didn't do prepare carefully. I also disabled wander joins, so we can have full control of who joins our colony. So we're going to be playing against Randy Random on a custom Strive to Survive, only threat scale of 100 because you'll see once we get into the game. The main reason I do custom though is I like to set the Scaria rot chance to 100%, or Scaria, however you want to say it. Just makes it so Manhunter packs are useless. They're just a challenge or an avoidance instead of something you get out of them. We're going to be playing without wealth independent mode on, so we don't get destroyed. Oh, forgot to set reload anytime, because I'm bad. Which actually we're going to be having a counter here. So every time I reload, we're going to add 1 to here. How many times has Randy won? Let's see. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. I am not good at this game at all. 100%. Enable all the colonists, and then I don't like insects, so I'm just going to remove them. Generate our world, and we're going to try and find somewhere good. I'm thinking hopefully temperate forest with a river, so we can do water power. But we'll see. We'll see. It might take a minute here to load. So we're going to be starting off with only 2 pawns. I like to do a run where I edit it naked and afraid. You start with 2 pawns, no clothing, no items, nothing. You do give them burning, or not, regular passion and everything. So this is the zombie land settings. You can choose when you want your zombies to appear. I do it when it's dark, just because that feels right. Not all the time, but if you don't keep your area lit, they can come up through the soil. It's pretty interesting. Pretty much everything else I leave on vanilla until we get down to days until zombie comes. I changed that to 5. The only reason why I do that is because we're starting naked and afraid. If we were starting with stuff or with more pawns, I'd probably leave that on 3, just because you have more chance to build stuff. And then I do change the reload of the turrets up to 50%. I haven't got the turrets yet, so I'm not sure if that's going to be too strong, too weak. We'll adjust that as we get there. Alright, now we're going to look for a good place to go, which I want to avoid here. I would like to find somewhere that has year-round growing in the temperate forest. Oop, we actually might get a good spot right in here. Granite, perfect, limestone, year-round growing, temperate forest, there we go. I'm going to leave the map on 250. I normally play on the largest map, but we're going to try it out on a smaller map now. Alright, so this is one of the new things that the Ideologies DLC added is ideologies. And then they updated it where you can have a fluid ideology where you adjust it over time. So we're going to start with a fluid ideology, Archists, because I like technology. And then I like doing transhumanists, even though they require a lot of power and a lot of food later on. With fluid ideologies, you start with 1 meme, and you can develop your ideology as you go on. Normally, I already have one set up too, I believe. Could be wrong on this. Nope, it does look like everything is set up the way I like it. Yep, alright. So we're going to go over all this real fast. I'm going to change our color to my favorite, which is purple. So we are transhumanists, which means we like technology. That's our first meme. And like I said, as you go further, you can develop your ideology. So if we wanted to change something later on, like say we wanted to develop high life, we'll be able to do that. We're going to go through our precepts really fast. With transhumanists, you have to have the precepts of body modification approved, age reversal demand it, biosculpting accelerate it, neuro supercharger preferred, sleep accelerator preferred, and then I set for women and men spousing to unlimited because our goal is to become full robots, all bionics, aerotech, everything. We don't care about people. We don't care about if you love whoever and have unlimited spouses. Don't care about that because we're going to be robots eventually. That's also why we don't care about cannibalism, because humans are below us. Blindness is horrible still. We don't care. Oh, apparently I can't change that. Normally I have corpses set for don't care, but it looks like without having one of the virtues, I normally have supremacists. So without that, we do care about corpses. We don't care about executing people. We despise fungus as normal. This one I think I'm gonna leave on neutral, diversity of thought. Normally I set it into intense bigotry, so we don't like anybody that's not our religion or our ideology. But I think I'm gonna leave that on neutral this time. We don't like insect meat. We don't like nutrients paste, which is we don't mind nutrients paste. Just so for progress of the game, I am going to move the research up to fast, just so we can progress faster. Scarification horrible, spike skull disapproval, slavery is acceptable because again we don't care about people. Physical love is free, should be free and approved because again who cares, we're gonna be robots anyway. Female and male clothing both set for no rules. Organ use acceptable and marriage is a random name. Alright, to start off with, you have to have a leader and a moral guide. And I'm going to go through and edit this because I don't like having clothing requirements on people. It just is annoying. So you get the Hybersack. Ours is called the oh my god, Hyber Haxor. Jesus. Cyber Haxor. That's our leader name. We'll get into that once we actually get a leader if we get that far. Moral Guide is our technological rector. And a research specialist is our high mind. And then we have rituals here. Go through each one real fast. Anytime, 50% chance of random recruit. Anytime, random recruit. Anytime, find a ancient complex nearby. Anytime, recharge side focus of all participants. Goodwill nearby faction, and recruit of any time. And then our buildings are Pier and our Arco. It's basically a symbol on the floor. I'm going to remove that. And then our relics are an anti-material rifle and a flamethrower, which are both added from mods. And then all this stuff, don't worry about that. So next, we're going to hit prepare carefully here so we can go through load our preset. This one probably, yeah, that one's going to have an extra person in there. So, me and my friend starting off with, I'm going to change mine color there. And like I said, so this is how I set it up. You have you have everything set for a regular passion, and then you do Firekeeper background because you need level 2 crafting in order to make a bow right away so you can go hunting. And then 17 for your age, just so you only have one background. And both of them, as you can see, are set up the exact same. Oh, we gotta get rid of all the relationships actually. That is one thing we don't do. And then no equipment either. And then we're just going to hit the start button. Let it load up here real fast. We'll take a look at our map. And then we'll cut the recording here. Alright. So I'm gonna pause it on the startup. I actually really like this map already. I didn't realize it had caves on it though, so that's going to be annoying. Yeah. So we have a really good area right in here that we can defend with. We got some machinery, some steel right there, and a wall we can build. The only issue I see is our geysers are nowhere near us. Now with map reroll mod, I can hit this and I can reroll our geysers. And they are still not anywhere. We'll do it one more time because each time you do a reroll, you do lose resources on the map. That's good. That'll work. We'll keep this map. That's actually really good. We got 3 geysers right next to each other. Perfect. Now the next question is, where's our amenia tree at? I'm on resume real fast just so Rocket Man does its little thing. I'm not seeing our tree. It is kind of, oh, there she is. It might actually be worth it to start over here. Build a little base around it so we can start getting psi powers. I don't know how zombies interact with them though. I don't know. We'll figure that out on the next episode. So this is gonna be our base. This is gonna be our home for the next probably however long until Randy kills me a lot. Yep. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.